A day of wedding photography with the Nikon Z6 III and the 35mm f1.4, the 85 1.8, and the Tamron 35 to 150. We're doing both photography and video hybrid coverage today, and that means that I'm doing my regular photography coverage, but also delivering a short highlight film, 3 minutes. I have a course over on the members website if you want to learn how I do that. Overall, you're going to be making more money and you're going to make your clients happier. You're not going to take the role of a full 4-person video team, but on a wedding day like this, that it's an 8-hour wedding day, and either they didn't have the budget or they didn't want the additional people here with cameras pointed at them all day. My couples tend to be a lot like me, which is a bit more introverted. And knowing myself, I would rather have less cameras pointed at me at all times. If you're interested in getting the presets that you're going to see within this video completely for free, so it's my full preset pack. It's not a free preset pack with 1 or 2, it's the entire collection. You can get it if you sign up for a PickTime trial. I'm bribing you to sign up to PickTime, and all you have to do is sign up for a free trial. There's no credit card required or anything. You put your email in, and once you confirm your email, within 5 minutes, you'll get full access to my presets as well as a 2.5-hour wedding photography course. And then I do hope that you use PickTime. If you are on a different gallery system, they're probably a lot better than it. And if you're like, I don't want to move all my old client galleries over, they will do that for you. So they will just migrate your stuff. More details over on the website, but get that free trial, get those presets, and get the 2.5-hour wedding photography course. Now, let's go to getting ready. I will usually begin my day by taking a little tour, taking some pictures of whatever's set up if I am on site where the reception and or the ceremony is happening. And that is how I start my day. 35 1.4, Nikon Z6 III as a main camera today, and the Z5 II as a secondary camera. Z5 III does 4K 60 for video. Today is a bit of an action-packed day, so we're here officially for 8 hours. We're doing a lot of things. So we're doing a tea ceremony, followed by a first look, I guess followed first by a fake first look with the best man dressed up in a dress, followed by the real first look, followed by family photos and all the normal things we do into the ceremony. Fortunately, everything is happening at one spot, so I think it will actually fit into the 8 hours today. I'm usually pretty lenient with the bonus hour, so if the day ends up being 30 minutes longer than they initially anticipated, especially if it's not their fault. If they know planning going in and they're trying to tell me that everything's going to fit and it's going to be finished by 9, and they clearly know it's going to be 11:30 or midnight before all the activities that I have to be there for are complete. Obviously, I'm going to charge for extra hours, but if the venue just runs a few minutes behind or somebody does a speech that's a little bit longer than they thought, I don't like to penalize my couple for that. If we go over an hour, I'm obviously going to have that talk, but if they're under an hour, I'm usually pretty lenient, and I just kind of bake that into the cost overall. I like 35mm lenses because it's just a general good lens for the day, and also most of them, this one included, can give you some pretty close focusing. So if you are looking to do some ring shots, it's not going to be a true macro, but it's going to get you close enough to most of the details that it will be maybe a half macro style lens. Nikon Z6 III is an incredible camera. So for hybrid photo video coverage, it does one thing that my Nikon Z5 II does not do, and that is 4K 60 with no crop. So on the Z5 II, you get an APS-C crop, which is a bit of a bummer if you're on this 35 and you hit record and you're on the Z5 II and you want to shoot 4K 60. All of a sudden you're in an APS-C crop, which is obviously a little disorienting. When you're doing both photography and video, people are moving fast, you're trying to do both. So that is probably the main reason that I actually prefer the Z6 III for hybrid photo video days. Other than that, it's such a close comparison between the two cameras. The Z5 II is by far the best deal for us as wedding photographers. If you are doing hybrid photo video coverage, you can absolutely do it with the Z5 II. What I would actually do is I would shoot in regular HD 60p, and then I would upscale it in post. I would say as long as you're being very exact to the framing that you want, with 4K 60, I can zoom into frames a little bit and I can crop some things on the edges out if needed and still retain a pretty good quality. If you are just shooting regular HD, just be a lot more conscious over the framing, because maybe you can zoom a little tiny bit, but overall, whatever that frame looks like is likely going to be the final delivery of that video. Other things to do in Nikon is I will shoot a neutral color profile for for both photography and video, but just for video, it makes it a lot easier to color grade. I just add my simple LUT. If you're a member, if you have access to the course, you can also get my LUTs, and I add my clean LUT, usually at about 70% to the entire project. So my color correction, again, in the Taylor Jackson method course that you can get, it shows my full breakdown of how I edit. But there's kind of two ways to do it. One, you can go clip by clip and basically just do it like you were in Lightroom, or you can add an adjustment layer to everything if you've gotten everything pretty close to accurate in camera. And that is my goal. Obviously for photography, it's the best practice to get your images as correct as you possibly can in camera. But for video, it's even more important because you're essentially, unless you're shooting raw video, you're kind of just shooting JPEGs, a lot of JPEGs per second. So you have a more limited ability to edit. So if you get the wrong white balance, you can change it a little bit, but you're not going to be doing a raw correction on a video file. And if you are shooting raw video, the file sizes are just nuts. So I would recommend probably not doing that. Some people do. Tim, my friend Tim, he shoots raw video. I think he shoots a Canon Z6iii or something. I don't know my Canon cinema line. He shoots a Canon camera and he shoots the entire day, including speeches in raw video. I just shoot everything in a baked in profile and I am very, very happy with it.
That looks great. And I'll make you talk to each other for like 2 seconds. I like that you just yell candid.
I do have a second photographer today. His name is Marshall. You've probably seen him on the channel before. He is shooting a Sony A7 IV, and Marshall is shooting, I would say, as the main lens for most of the day, the Tamron 35-150. I shoot that a lot for ceremony coverage, for getting ready, as you saw, usually on the 35. Once I get into the reception, I'm usually on the 85-1.8. I just like to be able to shoot at 1.8, and I find that 85 is a good focal length for most reception days, this one included.
Alex, can you look out to, yeah, exactly, perfect. Beautiful. That's good. And you guys can just look at each other since it's sunny and beautiful.
For the ceremony, the Tamron 35-150 is the best lens, I think, that's ever been made for us as wedding photographers. And it makes my life so easy. It used to be, I guess, there's a piece of that. So today I'm shooting kind of that 35-85 combo, but I've also added this zoom lens. It used to be that I would have a 70-200 that I would just use for the ceremony and maybe some family photos sometimes. But now with the Tamron 35-150, it has completely replaced my need and desire for a 70-200. Although I do have a video on the channel from a few weeks ago where I did use the Nikon one and it is beautiful and amazing. I just find the Tamron to be a little bit more versatile with that 35 end, especially for ceremonies. People are walking down the aisle, you're doing photo, video coverage, you don't want to switch cameras, and you can go all the way to 35 and all the way to 150, and I guess even go into crop mode at 150 to get even more reach if you need it. Now, when it comes to my actual gallery delivery, so PicTime has done an amazing thing where I can now just do all of my photos and videos all in one spot, which is great. So you can position where you want your highlight film. I just put it at the top, highlights of the day. So I don't mind if they watch that first. Then they get into the full gallery. And if you haven't used PicTime before or you've never looked into it, they do a few amazing things. One, it looks absolutely beautiful. I would say that's probably the reason that most of us at least are interested in switching in the first place. And two, if you have them port over all of your galleries. So if you're just getting started in photography and you've never done a wedding, that's awesome. Easy. Start with PicTime. Please don't go down another platform. There's a free plan that you can get started with and just kind of scale out as you need it. If you are already on another platform, like I was on Pixieset for years and I had about 300 galleries for family photos, for wedding photos, for engagements, for everything up over there. And I had them bring all of those galleries over onto the PicTime platform, which was amazing because that saved me time. And the way you do it is you set up your gallery or your gallery template as you want it to look. And then they just bring everything over into that gallery template. And they'll also bring over email addresses. I guess this also depends on which system you're coming from. But if people have signed up to that gallery that you already have, they're going to bring over that email address. And then there's an automation that will actually tell your clients. So you're not emailing every client individually. There's an automation that will tell your clients, hey, your gallery is moved for the next 2 weeks. You're going to get 20% off. I don't know what the official automation is, but you get a time sensitive discount and that will pay for probably multiple years of your PicTime transition. Every client you've ever done a photo session with before and all your weddings, they now get this time sensitive offer. And if you have ever tried to do any sort of print sales, at least for myself, I never sell prints unless I'm doing some sort of time-sensitive offer, it's a Black Friday sale, it's a Mother's Day sale. If I just have their gallery online and I just release the gallery and be like, here's your photos, they're going to download them. I guess I should also mention that they have full download rights and they can print wherever they want. But my couples will just download images and just print them wherever. They usually don't print them from the gallery service, even though it's super easy. Also, pick time for myself, and maybe one of the other main reasons I switched is that they actually have a print lab, or maybe 2 or 3 print labs in Canada. So that makes my life really happy because my other system on Pixieset did not, even though Pixieset is based in Canada, which is a little confusing. But if you want to sell any sort of print products, just do time-sensitive sales and pick time so you have automations. So not only your intro automation for moving the gallery, letting your couples know, but also whenever you release a new gallery to a new wedding couple, like I'll do here today, they will get a time-sensitive offer when that gallery goes out. If they order something within the first week or the first month, they're going to get a discount on it. You also can set up an anniversary automation. So this isn't something you have to do every year, that it's just you click the button one time, and a year from now, they're going to get hit with another time-sensitive offer to buy some more prints. And again, if you use the link that's down here, you get free access to my complete preset collection, which is amazing, as well as a 2.5-hour wedding photography course and a lot of bonuses with that as well.
By the authority given to me by the province of Ontario, I now declare that you are husband and wife. You may now kiss.
Now, when you're dealing with really high dynamic range scenes like this, that the GoPro kind of hides it a little bit, but they're basically in complete darkness and the background is in bright sun. So in those cases, it is important to know the capabilities of your lenses and to know if they are susceptible to crazy flare and ghosting and some negative things. These lenses, this is the 85mm 1.8s and the 35 I've been using for a lot of the wedding, as well as the 35 to 150 for Tamron. All those lenses, I'm very happy with the flare. But if you haven't used a lens, bring it to an engagement shoot and shoot it in some challenging conditions to make sure the look overall is what you want, and you're not gonna get home and get any surprises that things just aren't as sharp as you want them to be because there's some light hitting that front element of the lens. There it is, wedding day with the Nikon Z6 III. Hope you enjoyed. Hybrid photo video coverage. If you're interested in getting my course, Taylor Jackson Method, it is available right now. Don't forget to get in on that pick time offer. Get my free preset collection, all the presets, as well as that 2.5-hour wedding photography course with a lot of bonuses. See you again next time.